Guys, it's yaoi time. Spread it like a Wundissy. They're on some Hannibal and Will Graham shit, I could tell. He's a stalker. Serious about this Fujoshi shit, okay? Click that like. We're drinking. Oh, what? I forget the lemon. Okay. What's up, guys? Welcome back. Or welcome. It's my first fucking video. Mind you, I know nothing about this game. I will give a small warning. Apparently this game is intense. So I'm not your mama. I ain't your daddy. Your discretion is advised. Ladies and gents, welcome to Slow Damage. The police are actively coming for me. My first video might be my last. Apparently there's medical malpractice in this. As you speak to your target, try to fill the euphoria gauge. Who doesn't like euphoria?
Who's Jewel?
That was the little tutorial. Human heart is soft like a fistful of fine sand. No bullshit, y'all. Be kind. Be considerate. It's not hard. Be compassionate. Be empathetic. I mean, not when we're playing. Not in this game. Mindlessly, I move my brush. The patter of the rain mingled with the faint description of paint spreading across the canvas. The sounds slowly filled my empty head. Felt like my insides were melting in the heat of the dark desire I had just harvested. I felt no love, no passion, no desire. All of my emotions had rusted over. Sex was the only way I could feel anything at all. Guys, we need to heal. Other people seem to see me as an unfeeling monster. We're not a monster. In the rare moments that I was overcome with powerful impulses. We need to heal. I wasn't ready. MC's a masochist and he's got it bad. Understandably so. It's a fucked up ass place, but we could be rich. We have an empire waiting for us. My mother was his mistress. In other words, I was his illegitimate son. I don't give a fuck. We want to fight. We like to fight. We're battling every other son. That said, I had next to no memory of being around him. Frankly, I could only vaguely remember what he looked like. Okay, more trauma. Or that dad is dead. Sakaki. He probably wanted to talk about my father, and if so, I wasn't interested. I had no real plans for today. Maybe I'd wander around downtown. Who's this? Oh. You want me to talk to this person? Okay, let's play along.
Positive.
You're Toro, right? And the reason I know is because he knows, right? He's weird. There's no inspiration to begin. Red means it's a special segment where no inspiration is available. But blue means inspiration is out there, just waiting to be found. Let's move. Guy's odd. Hey Ray, let's talk. He's our friend.
Ne.
Oh, that reminds me, I left a croquette in the fridge for you. Did you eat it? You didn't eat it. Let's be our usual self.
Negative.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Yeah. Welcome home. I was just tidying up in here. Why don't you help me out a bit? He's a caring, kind guy, so he doesn't really give a shit. No. Let's help.
Positive.
Okay, we unlocked another place.
Irashai.
Oh, shit. Hey. But though she may have looked angry, she was always like that. On the wall above the clutter was a painting with a layer of black. Serious. It was the one thing that didn't feel homey like the rest of the store. Now it's 2:30 in the morning. I guess I don't have to work.
今日はデスマッチには行かないの
The
か
death match area tonight?
今日はお休み
No, not tonight. One of my
チーム
teammates
メ
had
ン
to
バーの
cancel.
都合
Taking part in death matches was something of a hobby for Ray. He always went with his buddies from Roost. Guys, I don't like that. We gotta keep Ray safe. Okay, so he works at a clinic. He's got some issues. Has some good people in his life that are looking out for him and want to take care of him. So now it's the next day. I knew the toast was about to look good. I knew that butter, the way it's melting on there, the shine is crazy. Wow.
いただきます。
So we might have an eating disorder. He's still just drinking coffee. He doesn't eat.
制裁されてもうこの世にいないって話だけどな。
Juice collar with the floral with the. And this time you can walk 2 steps without hearing someone gossiping about the Takasaro Gumi. It wasn't easy to discover the unvarnished truth buried beneath. For example, I would never know the real Taku, and he would never know the real me. I don't like that. Just because we've known each other for years doesn't mean we understood everything about each other. So Toa probably has like some type of trauma surrounding this guy or this situation. As for my actual family, I couldn't remember much of them or anything that happened prior to my mother's death. I vaguely recalled that I had a little sister, but I couldn't remember what she looked like. He's paying as usual. That's a good man, Savannah. Headed to the park. It's Kotaro, Mayu, and Eiji. Okay, hey. Literally sitting here having a smoke, but okay. Both of y'all shut up. Who's the one in the blue hat? What this nigga got going on? He got these fucking Michelin Man pants, bro. What is it? Side ponies eating, period. The guy in the beanie was Eiji. He's an expert at information gathering and bomb assembly. I had slept with Kotoru and Mayu a couple times out of boredom, but never with Eiji. I could tell. I'm saying we gotta crack everybody.
Whore, you know what I'm saying?
He wasn't really into sex stuff. Okay, never mind. Maybe he's asexual. Everyone's smoke was full of chaotic energy. Countless colors shifted and blurred together like an aurora of reject crayons. Our little rock-bottom society played by its own rules. I was merely a cog in the machine, and believe it or not, I kind of liked it down here. Nothing worth caring about, nothing that could tie me down. In that sense, yeah, maybe it was peaceful. After I left the deathmatch area, I was sitting in some random bar getting drunk when my phone buzzed. Got a call about a critical patient. Come over ASAP. Oh shit. Cigarette between my lips. I paid my tab and walked out. All this nigga do is smoke cigarettes. Like, come on, get literally, bro. The patient was gravely injured, but this was no ordinary patient. We're so often visited by Yakuza, you'd think Taku was one of them. This man's medical expenses would then be billed to the Takasaro Gumi directly. We're making bank off these Takasaro Gumi thugs. We don't give a fuck.
あと、明日の炊き出し。
はー
We
い
have to go to the soup kitchen tomorrow.
最近絵の方
You're
いや
coming along.
今のところは
Inspiration. Ray is referring to my article on the fourth face. Ray liked my work a lot. When he showed his boss at Roost, the guy decided he wanted to display all my new pieces in his establishment. That said, I couldn't paint a thing without a model. And not just any model, one who met my specific requirements. Y'all, I got fans, okay? Got no inspiration today, y'all. It's been like 3 days, and I've got no inspiration. Next day, Taku shook me awake and dragged me out to help for the kitchen event. The women love Taku. Dr. Taku, they love him, okay?
あら、レイちゃんも手伝ってくれてるのね。
People like Ray.
はーい
Smiling Ray raised a limp wrist, and the women all giggled in delight. They're real. Okay, now it's 2 a.m. on November 14th. As you can see, we're at the bar. We found out about a new artist called Phrase or whatever. Bruce Blog has posted his art, and we're gonna find out who the guy is.
フレーズっていう名前しかわからない謎の作者なんだよ。
何それミステリアスじゃない
So, we've got the Takasaro Gumi. They're basically like the Yakuza. We are the heir. There's a guy who is running it, but he got an op. And then we are trying to find this artist who posted like a self-harm scar. Yeah, it didn't take long for me to pass out. Okay, we passed out in the alley. We got wasted, and we weren't supposed to. We had work the next day. We weren't supposed to get this drunk. Now we've woken up with a hangover, and we don't know where we are. This is not my room, and yet there was a weird smell. I must have smelled it somewhere before. I got cut. Y'all, I got cut. It's the phrase guy. It's the phrase guy. What was I doing here in this plant room? We're in plant heaven. But we left. I briefly glanced over my shoulder at the number plate, 1403. No name listed. I'm very hungover. Ew, my mystery cut is oozing. Why is it oozing, guys? I don't like it at all. I don't like that it's oozing. But let's go to the clinic. Let's go right now. Fuck this hangover. Actually, I need something for the hangover, and I need something for my oozing cut. The food in this game looks awesome. Ray shot me a hopeful look, so I picked up my spoon.
ちょっと待て。
Hold on a minute, Toa. But before I could take a bite, Taka stopped me.
どうした？出たのか。
Did you
Yeah.
get stabbed?
わからない。
I don't know. Okay, they're gonna look at me now. Taku took my arm and carefully examined the cut.
刃物切られたってこと？
What, so you stabbed? Oh my god, that's awful. Wasn't me, I swear. You have to be careful.
多分な。
I'll try.
最悪。
As I stepped out into the hall, I passed Arimura, holding a bouquet in his arms. Like,
謝せんか。
bro was feeling the type of way today. I'd forgotten that this dude has a major crush on Ray. Oh no. You can't have him, that's... Okay, I'll let you have Ray. If you treat him right.
花屋の名前
It
しか
only
書い
has
て
the
ない
name
じゃ
of
な
the
い。
store.
有村が困ってた。
Arimura wasn't sure what to do about it.
とは
Say
この
to him,
花
why
屋
don't
へ
you
行
go
っ
to
て
the store
聞い
and
て
ask? I'm immersed. What can I say?
聞きたいことが
I
あ
have
る
a
んだけど。
question.
村瀬クリニックさんへの配達ですね。何か問題が？
誰から送られた花なのか知りたい。
We're trying to find out who sent the flowers.
すみません。こちらはどうしても。
どうしても。
はい。なのでお答えす。
送られた側としても困るんだけど。
Bro don't want to tell me who sent the flowers.
わかった。どうも。
I wanted to leave because I didn't like the smell of the plant. Wait a fucking minute. That could be bro. That could have been the guy whose apartment we were at. We finally get to explore. Somebody here called me. Why am I so influenced? These guys are everywhere. These guys are every fucking where.
おい、
Ray's here.
ポジティブに。なるほど。
What does this mean? On the 15th, late that night. Went to roost like usual.
店長。
ん？
これ。
ああ、話そうとしたことなんだけど
Oh,
ね。
he met the artist. Oh, actually,
店に来て名乗
どんなやつだった？
名乗り出てくれたお礼に好きな飲み物をおごるよって言ったら、なんて答えたと。あの独特の香りが好きなんだって。
ねえとはそうい
言って。
そうなの？
うちの患者だろうとは言ってた。
それでとわが今日は
そうなんだ。
ピンクのガーベラ
花言葉？
数交尾
数交尾。
そう
とわくん、今度
Yeah, if I want to
フ
meet
レー
bro.
ズに紹介しようか。
I'm not desperate for sure, but
ま、機会があれば。
this guy soon who posts the wound-like photos that aren't actually wounds. So it's 9 a.m. Just woke up. I was scheduled to work. Just got a patient who got a cut on their arm while they were drunk.
それって
Same thing that happened to me.
なく
部屋には連れ込まれなかったのか。
みたいだな。さい、
Apparently,
しまった。
噂。
外で意識を失うと目が覚め、酔狂な女神。
God, it's so
女神。
cozy.
いや、わからん。意識のないけど。
We've got another clue.
花の配達です。
So we got more flowers. This is creepy, guys.
匿名希望の方からです。
Flower guy's back. It's starting to become concerning. And we feel like we recognize his aura. Yeah, it definitely was him. He's the one cutting people. Yep.
こちらが明細書になります。
Why are they so creepy?
あら、また花の配達？とっても素敵なお花を送ってもらって嬉しいんだけど、やっぱりお礼も言えないのは申し訳ない気持ちになるわ。
こうして飾られていることが何よりのお礼になると思いますよ。送られた方もきっと見ていると思いますし。
どんなやつだ？
Right.
差し支えない範囲でお伝えすることしかできませんが、50。
やだ、ナイスミドルじゃない。
他には？
すみません、これ以上は。
お兄さん、お名前は？
生稲です。生きるに稲穂の稲で。
Headed to there to get drunk. Uh-oh.
お待ちかねのユーフォリアが来たよ。トワ君、彼がフレーズだよ。
He's here. Didn't I tell you guys? I told you guys. Didn't I say it? Remember when I had said it? Roll back when I had said it. Wait a fucking minute. That could be bro. That could have been the guy whose apartment we were at. Yeah, it definitely was him. We said it. We said that was him. We already knew it was him. He took us to his house. He cut us open.
まさかあんただったとはな。
も
I
しか
was
して
expecting him.
知り合い？
あ、はい、ちょっと。
驚いたな。
To be out of
本当に
character.
俺も驚きました。
とはでいい。
トワさん。憧れのユーフォリアがトワさんだったな。
憧れ？
はい、トワさんの絵すごく好きなんです。
He's a fan, trying to flatter me.
そんなことないです。でもその絵を描いていた人と
I don't trust him.
実はす
Yo.
でに出会っていたなんて。
俺もブログであんたの作品を見た。あの画像は
そうです。
花？
Flower petal.
はい。花を潰して形を整えて画像処理ソフトで少し加工してます。
Have it cut.
花を傷に見せようと思った理由は？
それは
Glance over to find him gazing passionately at my
気に
hand.
なるか？
Looking at something? I waved the hand that was seemingly the focus of his attention, and he snapped to his
あ、
senses.
すみません。
Oh,
俺
I'm
つい
sorry, I just...
いや、
It's fine. I get
傷
the
か？
scars. Held up the back of my hand, where raised scars snaked like worms. Iguina was immediately drawn in once
Tosa.
more. To a sound. These scars of
Kisato.
yours. Scars. Okay, we've got another clue. When do we have
手
interrogation?
だけじゃない。
His reddish purple smoke brightened.
どうしてこんなに
How did you get so many?
好きだからな。
I like them.
切り刻まれることが
So you put them there yourself? I nodded. He frowned at me in disbelief, but not in disgust. I have a request.
トワさん、
You're a rather euphorious
Euphoria
looking
は
for art models, right?
俺をモデルにしてもらえませんか？
As he spoke, he fixed me with a beseeching look. Refused him point
絵は俺が描きたい
Only
と思
paint
っ
when
た
I
ら描
want
く。
to, and right now,
今のあんたに対しては。
そうなんです
Right,
ね。
of course, that's
残
a
念で
shame.
す。
He's clearly disappointed, but
でも
didn't seem ready to give up.
今の俺
I'm gonna keep
諦めたく
holding
ない
out
から
hope. Would you be willing to exchange phone numbers?
よかったら連絡先を交換してもらえませんか？
When he looked, his eyes remained firm.
ああ、
Sure, I nodded without hesitation. He blinked at me in response. I had no real reason for agreeing to his request. I just didn't mind giving out my contact info to whoever wanted it. Pulled out our cell phones.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you so much. Oh,
そうだ
that reminds
もし
me.
よかったら
If you're interested, Ikuina lifted the paper bag at his feet. Then he reached inside and pulled out a single
これ
blue flower.
青いけどバラ
This
なん
is
で
a
す。
blue rose.
綺麗
Pretty,
でしょ
isn't it? I'm only allowed to take home the
売り物
flowers
に
that
ならない
can't be
花を
sold,
店
so
からもらってきた
it's
ので
slightly damaged.
少
but
し痛みがあるんですけど
as I took the
今日
rose,
は
he smiled.
お会いできて
So
本当
glad
に
I
嬉し
met
か
you
ったで
today.
す。
Thank you so much.
それ、アブ
Is
さ
that
んか？
absinthe? I interrupted the flow of the conversation to indicate his glass.
あ、
He
はい、
hastily
そうで
looked
す。
down at his drink.
よくわかりましたね。
Oh yes, I'm impressed. You
前に
recognized
店
it.
長に飲まされ
The
たから
manager
な。
here let me try some the
はい
other day. Do you like
トワ
it?
さんはどうですか？
I do. What about
ア
you?
ブさん。
Do you like it?
嫌い
absinthe?
じゃない。
Not
そうなん
opposed
です
to.
ね。
I see.
それじゃあまた今度
We can drink some
ゆっくり
together.
飲みましょう
He downed the rest of his drink and rose from his stool. Then with a polite bow, he headed to the register to pay his tab. After I left Roost, I staggered home in the direction of Murase Clinic. At one point I paused and looked over my shoulder. Thought I felt someone's eyes on me. But no matter how many times I checked, all I saw were dark buildings with no signs of human life. I heard a car approaching, and then it passed by. Guess it was all in my head. With that thought, I kept going. The fuck? Oh, they're talking about the people waking up with the bandaged arm and stuff. It's a dream. So I followed my usual dull routine at work and
こんにちは
had lunchtime. Heard a soft voice and looked up. Standing there was Ikuina holding some kind of
先日
basket.
はどうも
Thank you again for the other day. His lips curled in a gritty grin as he spoke under his
No.
breath. Likewise, reflectively, I inclined my head
村
slightly.
瀬クリニックさんへお
I
届
have
け
a
物です
delivery. As he spoke, he raised the basket in his hand for me to see. Inside were small
また
purple
匿名
flowers.
か
はい
Anonymous guy again? Yes, he shot me a guilty look. The clinic had now received 3 different bouquets. Bouquets. I rose to my feet and accepted the basket of flowers along with the payment slip. As I did, I caught a hint of a peculiar scent, one I'd smelled a few times before. For a moment, it reminded me of the absinthe I drank at Roost, but it wasn't quite the same.
実は
Actually,
今
I'd like to
日
request
診察もお
medical
願いしたいと
services
思う
while I'm here.
診察
Medical services?
はい
Yes, you see,
怪
I
我を
accidentally
してしまって
injured myself. He rolled up his sleeve to reveal
転
a
ん
white
だのか
bandage.
硬い茎を切るときに手が
My
滑って
hand slipped
ハサミ
while I
で
was
切って
trimming
しま
a
って
plant with garden
うちを
shears.
受診するのは初
Are
め
you
て
a first-time
はい
patient here? Yes. Set the basket of flowers on the counter, picked up a pen and a clipboard bearing our new patient form.
この
and
紙に
handed it to
記
him.
入を
Fill out this form. Took the form and sat down on an empty bench to fill it out. Just then, Ray appeared at the end of the hall. He wasn't scheduled to work today, but he didn't have plans, so he came regardless.
あら
Oh,
何
so the basket. Wait. Put the basket close.
また匿名希望さんからもしかしたら LINE した時に自分が送った花は可愛いけど
Flowers are cute though. With a strange smile, he admired the
この
blossoms.
花
These
パ
are
ン
pansies,
ジー
aren't
ね
they? Gorgeous deep purple
と
color.
っても綺麗
Now, what does that mean
確
in
か
flower language?
資料深いとパンジーってもっとロマンチックな花言葉だ
と思うか
Really think
そう
I
よ
know?
ね
あなたのことで胸
They're
がいっ
all
ぱ
I
い
can think about. Turned up the sound of the quiet voice. Ikuina was standing there, clipboard in hand. Evidently, he'd finished filling out the form. Ray and I exchanged just a glance, then Ikuina
す
smiled
みません
bashfully.
紫の
Sorry,
パンジー
purple
の
pansy
英語の花言
signify
葉です
in English flower
話
language.
が聞こえてきたか
Couldn't
ら
help but
や
overhear
だ
you, so.
びっく
God,
り
you
した
scared me. Almost thought you were confessing your
愛
love.
の
I should've
告白
known
か
the
と思
flower
っちゃった
shop
じゃ
would
ない
have would have all the flower meanings
でも
swim around.
そんな
It's nothing. The guy's blushing. You're all I can think about. Also, the significance of purple pansies. Gerbera, sublime beauty, geranium. I'm happy that you're here. When you put all 3 together, it really started to feel like a passionate message. Almost like the sender was madly in love. These anonymous gifts each secretly possess deep significance, almost like a cry for help. I sensed someone's gaze and looked up. Ikuina was staring straight at me, and like last time, there was a feverish look in his eyes. His aura, smoke. The smoke that rose up from him took on a faint red tint, swaying endlessly. He was the only one who knew what the mystery sender looked like. Conversely, no one else knew except him. Gerberas, geraniums, pansies. Ikuina delivered all 3. Then I remembered the blue rose he gave me. Blue roses, dreams come true. I stared at my work screen, feeling Ikuina's gaze boring into me. Thought back to the night I encountered him at Roost. I couldn't prove it, but my gut was telling me something. Yeah, he's the cutter. He's the flower sender. He's everything. When it was time for the appointment, Ikuina went to the exam room. Then he returned to the waiting room 10 minutes later. He's watching me again. I could feel it without even looking up to confirm. Ikuina was staring at me. Pretending not to notice, I kept working. Then it came time for him to pay his bill.
生稲さん生稲隆さん
Ikuina stood up and walked to the reception counter. When I looked up at him, he gazed back at me intensely.
1070円になります
That'll be 1,070 yen.
トワさん
He's whispering. As he placed his cash onto the receipt tray, he spoke to me in a breathy whisper.
本当は今日作品を作ろうとして失敗しちゃったんです。
The truth is, I got this injury trying to create a new art piece. He did it to himself because bro said he did it to himself. Oh, he's scary. He's a stalker. Apparently, this was Price talking. He spoke as if this was some accident. He had his voice carried a hint of glee, almost like he was hoping for a scar. Back at Roost, he'd kept staring at mine, with a hungry look in his eyes. Now that I thought about it, clearly this guy was into scars, or he was just curious about them. Most people liked the aesthetic. I had no interest in those people. So, which one was he? Take care. Once he finished paying, I spoke in a cold, steely voice. Oh, and you can keep your flowers. Ooh.
Attitude. Now walk out, okay?
Bro rejected his ass. He gasped and furrowed his brow, then turned on his heel and strode out of the building. With this, my suspicions were confirmed. The anonymous flower sender was Ikuina. I told ya! And all the flower secret meetings were directed at me, the artist, Euphoria. He was phrased, the artist behind the wound photo, and I couldn't deny he had potential as a motif. As Euphoria, I captured humanity's darkest desires on my canvas, and there was at least a chance that he might secretly fit the bill. Therefore, I decided to keep an eye on him for a little longer. The purple pansies were the last anonymous flower delivery received. Ikuino or phrase was nowhere to be seen. Instead, he started submitting a lot of art pieces to the fourth phase. While the images were brighter and more powerful, they were all kind of samey. Still, he was moving in a positive direction. If this was a direct result of me rejecting him, then perhaps this was a prelude to the real deal. Once all traces of Ikuina vanished, I went back to my regular slothful life. What the hell?
Toa, okiro! Testai!
Wake up and help. I wasn't scheduled to work today, so it had to be an emergency. When I entered the exam room, the first thing I heard was a man groaning. People are passing out. A lot of it happened to me.
それは
We have to goddess to win.
解放する
There's somebody cutting people, and then there's someone patching them up. What?
水教な女神さんは切り裂き
全員が同一犯にやられたという断定はできん模倣犯という線もあるそう毎回水教な女神が都合よく通りかかって直してくれるわけでもないだろう
確かにそうだけどトアの手当てされた人は全員全てが同一犯じゃない可能性はあるけど怪我と手当てがセットになってるパターンが確実にあるのよね。でもってことは意識を失ってる間に傷つけられたってじゃあ意識がある状態で怪我をした人が水教な女神らしい
もしそんなことがあったら女神さんの具体的な目撃情報出回るはずだな
でしょでもそういう話は全然聞かないのよね気を失わせて怪我をさせる人と手当てをする
さすがにそれは考えすぎだろうそもそもなんでそんなことをする必要な
Okay, so are you. That was kind of weird. Seems out of characters too. You might know something.
そういえば匿名生稲さんも全然見ないし匿名さんからの花が連続してといざ来なくなるとそれはそれ生稲さん今時珍しい爽やか青年で密かに心の生稲さんが働いてる花屋に行けば元気かどうかわかるじゃないとは
なんで俺が
行ったことあるでしょ
場所くらいすぐにわかるだろ
I don't have to go. Go ahead. Stop sending me here.
診察を受けに来た
You know already rejected his ass.
あいつはフレーズだよ
フレーズ
ルーストのブログに載ってただろ
ああうん
あの画像の作者だ
えそうなのなおさらトワが花屋に行った
どうだろうな
どうして
うちに匿名で花を送って
え し本当に生稲
花はいらない。
え
この間
いらないって。
ほぼ間違いなく。
でも確定
実際来なくなっただろ。
とは
謝る。
生稲さんってとわがどんな風に言ったのか、それにもし本当に生稲さんが花を送ってたんだとしたら、前から言ってるけどとは。
でもあいつは
あいつは、
いや
とにかくちゃんと謝ってきて。
知ってる。
じゃあすぐにでも連絡取れるじゃない。直接会って謝るのよ。じゃないと。
He's gonna lie. He's gonna lie. We're gonna call him. I'm gonna call him. We're being forced to apologize. Okay, he didn't even answer the phone, so we're gonna have to go to the flower shop. As I pulled the door open and stepped inside, a female clerk.
いらっしゃいませ。何かを。
生稲さんは。
生稲くんはお休みです。しばらく休む。
そうですか。どう？
Nah, bros, all laying low and sad and shit. Well, I tried, Ray. Okay, and sent him a text asking to talk. Now, all I could do was wait. As I walked down the washed out street, I spotted something wriggling in the corner of my eye. There were two figures wrestling in a dark alley. I was just gonna pass by, but then I heard a groan and stopped short. Oh my gosh, is this the guy cutting people open? It was a male voice, and it sounded like he was in pain, not the throes of pleasure. One man was lying on the ground while the other man straddled him. The man on top had both hands raised over his head, holding something that glinted in the sunlight, a knife maybe. But I wasn't scared. I walked over to them. The man with the knife leapt to his feet. Then he took off down the alley like a bat out of hell. I could smell something in the air. His residual scent, perhaps. As his footsteps retreated into the distance, the man on the ground let out a whimper. I crouched down and examined the victim. He was still moaning and twitching, dosed with something, probably. The man who fled must have drugged him in order to try and stab him. Injured while lying on the street, unconscious. The same thing nearly happened to this guy. Picked up the vial and the knife. The knife was a foldable one, so I took the blade away and put the vial in my pocket. Over time, the victim would sober up and go back to his regular life. His attacker wasn't really trying to kill him. I knew this because I recognized the smell in the air and knew what it was. I turned back and headed out to the main street. Eventually, I arrived at the high-rise condo building I had woken up in once before. Now, we're gonna find out. Is it Ikuina? Is it the guy sending the flowers? Is it Phrase? Is this all the same guy that's cutting people? No dice. That didn't necessarily guarantee that no one was home. Someone might be home. We're trying to break and enter. I mean, it's locked, naturally. I crouched down on the spot and pulled my lockpick wire out. Okay, we're doing crime. Being gay, doing crime. What's next? He learned how to pick locks when he was in the freaking Yakuza, bro. All the plants died. They're all dead. It's abandoned. Why does he have multiple of the same knife? Is this like a gardening tool? It has to be. It's definitely him. This just confirmed my suspicions. It's him. Confirmed. Why are we tickled by that?
店に行ったらしばらく休むって連絡があったらしい。
そう。
I
生
tried,
稲
man.
さ
I
ん
tried.
といらっしゃいま。え、嘘。
Oh, he showed up. Holy shit.
こんばんは。
生稲さん、ちょっと大丈夫？
何がですか？
あ、ほら。
ああ、大丈夫です。
We definitely gotta get in his cars. What's the opposite of euphoria? The other thing? Gotta get it about this guy.
父さん、メッセージ見ました。ありがとうございます。
Guys, Ikuina is the one who's been cutting people up. I'm sure of it. But I can't stay up to figure it out. So, we resume tomorrow. Make sure you hit that like button. Good morning. It's 7 in the morning. You see the bags under my eyes? I'm serious about this Fujoshi shit, okay? It's the next morning, as you can hear my voice. You're welcome. There you go. Excuse the continuity error. It's still early, guys. I couldn't leave it on that note, you guys. We've got no interrogations yet. Let's just keep it going. Toa-san, thank you. He looks terrible, guys. He's definitely been stressing about being rejected by Toa.
アブさんを。
でも生稲さんが顔を見せてくれて
そうなんですか。
So Ray apologized for me.
おい。
俺をモデルにしてもらうことは
He really wants to
やっぱりできませんか？
a model for me.
父さんに見てもらいたいものがあるんです。
He's gonna show me something. So this is his portfolio. He's showing us his portfolio. Oh goodness, we've really got this guy stressed. At least, you know, the art is good. Suffer for the art, right?
悪くない。
ありがとうございます。でも俺ちょっと。
やめるのか？
はい。ちょっといろいろ抑えきれなくて、店に立つのも難しくなってしまって。
Yikes. Both arms were covered in bandages from wrist to elbow. Red stains seep through here and there. You should change those.
気がついたらしまって、どうしても我
Having some
慢
mental
できな
health
くて。
issues for sure. Before I knew it, I was cutting myself instead of the flowers. There's just not enough to placate me anymore.
物足りなくなった。
Poor guy. So, you want more? More what?
本当に作りたいものは
I truly want
花の作品じゃないん
to
です
make doesn't involve flowers, but it would be
でも
difficult to create.
いや、ただ
Guys, what does he want to make?
やって
We
は
gotta
いけ
get
ない
down
こ
to
と
the
で、
bottom of this.
それは分かってるんだけど、でも
We're gonna use him as a muse.
あんたを描く気になった。
本当に
So we agree to paint him.
嬉しいです。本当にありがとうございます。どうして気が変わったんですか？
もし俺が酔いつぶれたら、お前が。
生稲さん
Bro, he's about to dip. So, did he freak out because he realized that we know he's the one who's, cutting people up, or? Well, yes! That night, Christ. There was a half-inch incision on the surface of the berry, spread apart to reveal a sliver of the flesh inside. In my view, this was more a direct message than any of the others had been. You make me happy. Phrase knew I visited this blog, so maybe this was a message directed at me. A message from Ikuina, the artist Phrase, the flower sender, the guy cutting people. It was just past 3 a.m. We're drinking again, drinking more. So we're testing him to see if he really is the guy cutting people. We're gonna go out and pass out and see what happens if we end up back in that apartment or what.
もし俺が酔いつぶれたら、お前が介抱してくれるんだろ?
If my memory served, this is right around where I had passed out last time. I heard the sound of footsteps. I could feel the vibrations through the ground. Judging from the speed at which they were moving, someone was walking very carefully. He's creeping up. He's creeping up. He's opening the front of my coat. Did they cut me? Here he is. Finally, interrogation time. I opened my eye.
One eye! Toa-san.
Toa-san. There in the dimly lit room, I locked eyes with Ikuina. It's him. What we knew all along, from the beginning. I was lying on a bed and he had crawled up on top of me, pressing a knife to my cheek. Not the face. Come on, I already got some on there. You were awake the whole time, weren't you?
お前だって
You knew that.
分かってて連れてきたのやろ?
I spoke matter-of-factly, like I hadn't even noticed the knife.
やりたきゃやれ
You
よ.
want to do it, then go ahead. Bro's so nonchalant. He's so nonchalant, bro.
もう耐えられないんじゃないのか?
Trembling, Ikuina bit his lip and lowered the knife pressed to my cheek.
全部お見通しってことですか?
Any of this, are you?
分かりやすいからな、お前.
You made it kind of obvious, pal.
俺が書くのは人が心の奥に秘めてる願望だ.
Hidden deep in the human heart. His eyes shimmered in trepidation. Quietly, I looked back at him. I gazed deeply into his eyes, trying to read every tiny shift in emotion. If I could get him locked onto me, I could take control. Right now, he was looking at me like he was entranced. This was no superpower, it was just a skill I picked up from my mother. The art of conversation and negotiation. I had next to no memory of my past, but I could vaguely remember her repeatedly teaching me how to talk to people. According to her, the human heart was fragile. I was probably only this good at it because I had inherited this talent from my mother. As far as I knew, she was adored by everyone around her. And though she probably never imagined I would use those same skills for something like this.
ただの願望じゃない。絶対に叶えてはいけないような歪み切ってねじ曲がった願望だけを俺は書く。満たされない何か吐き出せ。そうしたら書いてやる。
You told us. Why are you surprised that we know? Ikuina slumped his shoulders weakly. The knife in his hand fell to the bed. We can do it.
さあ、話せ。
Now, start talking.
俺は
I feel like I'm interrupting. Talk to him and calm him down.
それで
いえ
He looks anxious. Provoke him a little or show affection. He looks anxious, guys. I think we're gonna need to show affection. Let's show him affection. Take it slow at first.
はい
Okay, we're gonna try to get his secret because
気になるか?
I care about.
ああ。
You like that? Do you want to give someone scars? Cut them? You're starting to slip. Say it flat out or bait him. Bait him.
ネガティブに。
とわさん。
楽しませろよ。
あ
ああ、面白い。
Maybe you like both. He's so embarrassed.
言えよ。
We got it right.
そうだな。
それは。
Calm down.
ポジティブに。確かに。
はい。
ああ。ああ。
ああ。
この傷跡を。花。本当に花が好きなのか？
それは本当は。
Okay, we calm them down. Next objective is we have to expose his secret.
まだだ。まだ足りない。
待ってください。ああ。
気になるか？ポジティブ。へえ。ネガティブに。
Debate him.
それでいい。ポジティブに助けてやる。
Yes. Okay, we did it. We did it, guys.
ああ。求めているものは。
He really wants a symbol of his desire. I think scars.
傷。本当に興味があるのは傷だよな。
はい。
ああ、全部わかった。
Gotcha. I understand.
切り裂きたい。それがお前の望みなんだな。
ああ、そうです。
So he wants
そ
to
の
cut
通り
people open.
です。
Oh shit. We broke the glass.
俺が本当に欲しいものは花なんかじゃない。ただ花で代用していただけなんだ。俺は本当は人の肌につけられた傷が見たい。正確には
He wants to see inside
傷の
the wounds of
中身
people.
が。それに花を何度も潰してるうちになんだかかわいそうにもなってきて、人に対しては
Oddly
そう
enough, I
思わ
don't
ない
feel
んで
that
す。
way toward people. Guilt, I mean, but people always fight back, so I can never get exactly what I want. Taku swore Ray was wrong. Poor guy really wants to, cut people.
物足りなくて苦しくて、誰かを切れば切るほど。ああ、俺本当は心見たいと思ったんです。
He was trying to get a look-see
ト
at
ワ
my
さんの
body.
傷、特に胸の真ん中にある大きな傷が。
Distracted by the memory he swallowed. That's trauma I can't uncover.
さんのことを教えてもらってルーストにも言ったんです。
Animals.
ある人。誰だ？
それはすみません。
He always trying to keep secrets. Ray, damn near.
ああ、正直気づいてほしいという気持ちもあったので。
Obviously, you wanted that.
そうです。 よもぎは昔ばあちゃんが家で育てていて、人の傷の中身が見たいっていう妄想だけが膨らんでいって、今はもう自分でもどうすればいいのかわからないんです。
Look at a microscope. I don't know, bro. Like, just look.
ただ子供の頃に
ショック。
何度も何度も。
Yeah, he been on his murder business. Why he decorate rose petals on the bed?
やれよ。
So make it happen. Literally, that's what I'm saying. Literally, just look into it. You already cut me before. Like, why didn't you look? Hands shaking, he slowly picked up his knife and pointed the tip at me.
本当にいいんですか?
Are you really sure about this? My only response was a faint smile. Do it. Do it. Then, summoning his resolve, he pressed the blade to my skin. He cut us. Mixed in with his heavy breathing, I could hear what sounded like a moan. As the cut stung, I donned a provocative sneer. All you've got, come on. Hold up. You did it again, y'all. Deeper, too. As the thrill set in, I licked my lips. He's obviously delighted, and the knife fell to the bed, leaving a big red stain on the white sheets. Now it looked as though the petals were floating atop a sea of blood.
トワさん、トワさん。
This is a metaphor. Yeah. He called out to me desperately. As aching pain rushed to my head, I spread the cut wider with my fingers. The wound does see. Iguina saw it and swallowed hard. He wants it. What do you mean? This was what he had been yearning for. Gently, he took my bloody arm, spread the cut, and gazed inside, hungrily. Guys, is he gonna... Meanwhile, I picked the knife up off the bed and slashed the back of his hand with no warning. Bro is a wild one. Let's go, win for the Fujos.
トワさん、見せてください。
Trying to get a look again. He took the knife from me and used it to cut my shirt in half. We were both breathing hard, and I could see Iguina's bulge through his pants. Another win for the Fujos, let's go. Now, I wasn't looking for the real pleasure of boring old regular sex. He's simply built different. Y'all don't save nothing for marriage. Now y'all gotta do knife play on your wedding night. Wedding on Saturday, funeral on Sunday. Why the fuck not, hey? Grasp the knife and press the tip just below my clavicle. So beautiful. The pain of this cut was far more intense than the last. It shot through the center of my body, making me gasp for breath. Now a new cut was bleeding parallel to my chest scar. Gave him a matching one, guys. That's so sweet. Breathing heavily, Iguina tossed the knife away and ran both hands over my chest. He pressed his thumb to the fresh incision. Slowly spread it apart. No one warned me. I'm afraid of what might happen next. We had to grind for this view. We had to grind for this view. It was agony. It felt like he was literally ripping me apart. And I loved it. My brain converted the bone-rattling pain into pleasure. I wanted the pain to dominate me. Wet with blood, the living flesh wriggled and breathed.
トワさん、綺麗だ。
Flustered, he stripped his clothes off and leaned in close to me. So close, our noses almost touched. Our lips almost touched. And then I pressed the knife into his chest and dragged him. He let out a small yelp and gritted his teeth. A single cut had formed on his otherwise flawless chest, crying tears of blood for me. It's only fair. Started from the bottom and worked my way up. The taste of metal filled my mouth. Is he okay? Why was that kinda... It was kinda... Let me chill. Now we both match, I see. Do you think I'll end up with a scar like yours? You work in the clinic, bro. You know this is not sanitary. The old beneath the new. Look at these heathens, these rascals, these scoundrels. Our blood mixed between our bodies, wet and warm. The intermittent pain was proof that we were still alive. Every time we moved, our cuts caught on each other, spreading each other open. I could feel his soft flesh. The blood kept pouring, enveloping our bodies in damp warmth.
Towa-san.
Ikuina took the knife and pressed it against my arm. As it moved, a new cut was born beneath it, red fluid trailing just behind it. Okay, chill. But as our chest cuts joined together, we continued to carve into each other's bodies, sharing the endless pain.
Towa-san. Towa-san.
Hakake. So lush. Laughing, I grabbed even more petals and scattered them over his back, over and over. With all the blood and petals and cuts, we must have looked insane. And you do, and do, and is, do and is. I accepted that insanity and returned it with full force. My output was a work of art. I mixed other people's madness with my own, blended it, kneaded it, painted it. In that sense, my art was always a group project, made with other people's vomit and excreta. I never knew people's insides could be so beautiful. I always yearned to see it. And you were the one to show it to me, Towa-san. Means the world to me. Thank you so much. You're welcome, Ikuina. You didn't have to stalk me and stuff, but you know, that we can forgive that, I guess, because we had a good time. After Ikuina's euphoric episode, I scraped together the last dregs of my conscious mind. Then with shaking fingers, I placed a call on my cell phone. Luckily, Tagu picked up, and 20 or 30 minutes later, he and Rei came running into Ikuina's condo. What a roller coaster this first episode was. Should we play some more? I want to know what happens. I don't want to know what Taku has to say, what Rei has to say. And make sure you like the video, and don't try this at home, ladies and gentlemen. And with that, see you next time. Grey Daisy out.